One of the things that I think is so great about CARE is, first of all, the exponential growth we've had with the event of Beer and Bites, which really started off as a very small grassroots movement, to last year where for the first time we raised over $1 million. That's no small feat.
So what CARE's focuses on, not only doing great clinical research and participating in that program, but bringing that therapy here to our community.
If you're in the hospital, you want to be here. If you're doing the infusions, you want to be here. It's huge. I mean, just the support you get locally versus somewhere else. Yeah.
It's just made such a profound impact on my life. Not just seeing what the people believe in and how much they believe in what they're doing for this foundation, but also how they've impacted me personally. And so my heart will always be with South Sound Care because they've really kind of been there through my whole cancer journey.
If we're going to go to chemo, it's not having to leave the day before or leave in the morning at 7 o'clock to beat Seattle traffic. Spend the day in chemo and then spend another 2 hours getting home.
We're trying to get hold of the clinical trials in the country, and then there are a lot of trials that just need you to come and fly down there, and we know we can't do that, so it's effectively you can't get it. And then obviously when we knew that the drug companies and you guys worked to getting the solution here locally, we were very excited. Not just excited, it gave us hope, right? Obviously we don't know if the drug is going to work, but we still know that it gives us a chance.
The CARE Foundation, led by Frank Senecal, has tirelessly fought to remove any kinds of roadblocks to bringing all medical institutions together for the patient's benefit. And this is really the crux of what CARE is trying to do. Is they're not looking for patients, they're looking to provide solutions to their doctors to help these patients.
I think it's what we all do. It is what community is. You work and live with people, and you help them, they help you, and it's just part and parcel of being part of any living community.
There isn't another way to do this. It's just hard work. So this isn't about Frank Senecal. This is about our community.
I'm Joel Beckerman with Morphosis. Morphosis is a cancer-focused biotech, and we're honored this evening to sponsor this event on behalf of the South Sound Care Foundation and the amazing work that they do on behalf of cancer patients. Have a great time at Beer and Bites, everybody.
Welcome to Beer and Bites 2.0. I'm Sally Glover, the Executive Director at the South Sound Care Foundation. Thank you for joining us tonight. This year looks nothing like any of us ever dreamed, but we appreciate the effort you made to be here for our first virtual event. Cancer doesn't pause, and neither have we, thanks to this community and to this Beer and Bites event over the past few years, which has raised more than $3.5 million for local cancer patients. Tonight you're going to hear a little bit more about the why your generosity is important to this community, to local cancer patients, and the role that research plays in the life of so many of them every day. I also want you to mark your calendar for October 2nd, 2021, when we'll be back here live at the marina, raising our glasses together, dancing to live music, and eating from the raw bar. And boy, has this venue changed in the last year. And so I want to give you a sneak peek of that too, so you know what you have to look forward to. Follow me, come on. Since the first Beer and Bites in the tap room back there with about 40 people years ago, to the 650 people we had raising more than $1 million last year, to all of you joining us here tonight, we are so grateful to you and the amazing South Sound community. Thank you for making the South Sound Care Foundation a priority in your philanthropy and for wanting to make a difference for your friends, family, and local cancer patients.
We're trying to get some time here. And for some people, that's time to travel, time to enjoy a retirement that they've been dreaming about for years and have been robbed of because of this cancer. Sometimes it's just spending some time with that new grandchild.
All of a sudden you're giving a diagnosis that says you have a now finite amount of time that we've defined. It changes things. Given hope or an extension of life, what a gift you can give to somebody. I mean, it's the gift of life. You know, there's nothing more important than that.
Because of the extensive giving of the community, they're extending lives now. It's a big deal. People are living longer. They're seeing a chance for their kids to graduate, grandchildren to get married or build a relationship with them. So it's this whole idea of hope is huge. But when you add time, then it's a big difference. Then there's some results attached to it.
It's been all about how we're doing the study and how the results were obtained and all of that until now, very technical. But now we're looking at outcomes, because outcomes in this disease are usually so dismal that as clinicians, when we sit there and see these success stories one after another one, it really, I think about sound care all the time. It is in my mind, in the back of my mind. Without this effort, this patient couldn't have been here.
I felt not a lump. I felt this like weird squishy kind of mass, and I thought it was like from playing with my grandson or a seat belt. It did not feel like a lump at all. Anyways, go in and we got the diagnosis the day before Thanksgiving. The following Monday, they had us in with Dr. Clark, the breast surgeon, who made a call and got us in with Dr. Blau and got everything just going. I mean, it just went so fast.
I found a lump myself and was not surprised because my mother, of course, had breast cancer when I was a child. You try this one thing, and if that medication doesn't work, you go and you try it. It's like the relief is that you have other options, whereas my mother in 1976 didn't have any. Right now, they are right on the precipice, right, of this immunotherapy being the cure for people. And without the science, we're not going to know how to do it.
I mean, let's face it, if the research before me hadn't happened, they probably wouldn't have the immunotherapy that I've been on. So, some people did it before me to get me to where I am. So I want to help out for people behind me.
So even if it doesn't work for me, at least I've added to the body of knowledge about it. That's important to me as a human being.
Tony always uses this term, they are heroes. These women know they have a very bad disease and they are most likely to die from this, but they are contributing to the science. And that science is going to cure the future generations.
Again, we're hopeful for that magic treatment that's going to eradicate the cancer and cure the patient. But many times we do achieve a miracle. That lady is able to be with her grandchildren. That's a miracle.
Good evening, everyone. I am Mary Byrne, and I will be your MC for the evening. Thank you to our pets in the back there. While I so miss seeing everyone in person tonight at this venue, it is absolutely amazing the transformation that has been, and I can hardly wait till next year when we can be together and you'll all get to see that. So thank you to Scott Walker and his amazing team for still hosting us here tonight. So even in tonight's virtual environment, it's all about our sponsors, and we are so happy to have the key to successes we've had this evening. And thank you in pulling together over $210,000 in sponsorship to pay for this evening. So we're starting off great. So let's give all our sponsors a big round of applause. So we're grateful for the incredible support of our founding sponsor, the Rush Companies. Gordon continues to provide just endless opportunities for us year after year. And joining Rush this year in our underwriting sponsors is J&M Corp. & Sons, Brinks Law Firm, Addison Construction Supply. Thank you all for coming in at that founding level. And during the happy hour segment, I hope you all filled your glasses, were able to watch a little bit of it. And you did see that we showed our pink ribbon sponsors, our yellow ribbon sponsors, and our blue ribbon sponsors. And amazingly, we had 39 of those level sponsors this year. So while we can't be together, cancer didn't pause. I also would like to take a minute to thank Sally and her entire team that is here this evening, making sure that this is all live. You know, we all may think that being virtual means there wasn't quite as much work, but I'll tell you, it was just as much work because Jim and I actually even had to have practices, which we never have to have practices. So thank you to Sally and her team. Hopefully tonight is going to go seamless. You won't even see, they'll know all the mistakes on that end. So with that, I am going to let you know cancer didn't pause. We said that at the beginning. And so tonight's going to be a little different. We're going to auction things off a little bit different. So while I don't have 650 of you and watching Jim run between all the tables, you're still gonna have the same opportunity to make a difference in the lives of these people tonight. We're gonna start bidding in blocks. So we're gonna let you have 2 items at a time. You'll clearly know which item Jim's talking about. He's gonna go back and forth between the 2, and you're gonna have 4 minutes. That's 4 minutes. There's gonna be a little clock on the bottom, and you're gonna get to see that so that you don't have to be stuck with me all night, even though in person you couldn't shut me off, but I know right now you could. So we're gonna keep this moving so that we can keep it fun. We can make a difference in the lives of many tonight. So remember, we'll be auctioning in blocks. You're gonna have 4 minutes. If you're one of those people that loves to be the last to raise your hand in an item, please remember, don't do that. We have about a 15-second delay between what I'm saying right now and what you're hearing. So please understand, if you're one of those that loves to push that button at the last minute, when Jim says that this item is gonna close in 3, 2, when he says closed, it's closed, okay? So, and if you really don't wanna have to pay attention because you'd rather kick back, enjoy your friends, a glass of wine, there's actually a max bid button. And you can push that max bid, you can put in any amount of money you want, $10,000. And you never have to worry about anything. It's just gonna keep on bidding for you. So we hope we have everything set. We've got all the logistics, but I think, are we not here to have some fun tonight? All right. So we have some amazing silent items. I actually have my modern technology here. I'm watching this live. And when that doesn't work, I have this. So, and then when that doesn't work, I have that over there. So I can see, you know what? Some of these silent items are amazing. They're still at amazing prices. If you're looking for a deal, remember, this is a charity. There are no deals tonight. This is giving from your heart. So you just keep hitting bid, bid, bid. And you know, surprisingly, my phone keeps saying, it just said, you got outbid. So then I have to hit it and I have to hit it again. So please keep doing that. That'll be running. The silent items are gonna run till 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Jim's gonna make sure we are on task with all the live items and all the alcohol items. So really your items that are number 200. So anything that has alcohol in it, it has to close at 9 o'clock tonight. So now you've heard enough from me. I know that based on the stories you've heard and the stories you're gonna hear tonight, you're gonna be just as touched as I am, and we can still all make a difference. So without further ado, I would like to introduce my partner and my friend for this evening, Mr. Jim Borgen. Jim.
Thank you very much, Mary. I'm so happy to be here again at Beer and Bites. It's really become kind of one of the real premier evenings that happens in the Tacoma area every year. So really glad to be here. I wish you were here. As mentioned earlier, this venue, even since last year, you wouldn't recognize it. Just crazy, crazy cool. It's really rustic but cool and really large. I mean, it's like being in the Leverett living room. It's just really, really a cool place. So we look forward to next year. I think it's October 2nd, 2021. We'll all begin gathering together. But tonight, let's exceed what we did last year. It doesn't matter where we are. We all know that we believe in this organization and what they do and what Dr. Seneca's group does. So please hit it hard, have some fun, and we hope that you enjoy the next 45 minutes or so. So what's first thing up, Mary?
Well, we're going to start with our first block of 2 items, but I forgot someone, Jim. When I was saying all the underwritings, 100% my fault. Morphsy, thank you so much. You also came in as one of our large underwriting sponsors, and I so appreciate it. So we are going to move on to auction item number 1 and auction item number 2. And auction night number 1 has had some great running totals going on here. And that is the Leavenworth Post Hotel and Tastings. For those of you that are familiar with Leavenworth, the Post Hotel is absolutely amazing. It is an adults-only hotel designed for your ultimate relaxation. You're gonna have a European breakfast. You can spend the day in their wellness area. I did think it's kind of funny, Jim, they say have a nap room. I'm not sure what that would be. You'd probably find me in it. They have an indoor-outdoor swimming pool, saltwater pools. Depending on the season, you can do whatever you want with your $1,200 gift card to the Post Hotel. And included in this package is a trio of favorite wines and also wine tasting. So you could go to Goose Ridge, Patrick Ryan, anywhere up there. Amazing. You're going to get tastings, and we have some wine for you to take home. nothing would be complete without a meal. So you're also going to get a $100 gift card to the Watershed Cafe. So this should be an amazing, relaxing evening or weekend or whatever you want to do. Thank you so much to NLS, Signature Landscape, and Kurt and Kim Sievers. And item number 2 is dinner at Frank and Mary Senecal's house. And you know, this always goes big. And there is no more fun than sitting around the table for 10 at the Senecals. They have a huge table. They had just a couple kids. So they have a huge table. It's absolutely amazing. They're going to have a delicious dinner and wine tasting. And Frank and Mary have donated it, and what a better time to chat with them. So let's go, Jim. I think these two are going to start us off great.
All right, thank you, Mary. First of all, we're going to start with the Post Hotel. As she mentioned, it's an adult-only, downtown Leavenworth, right on the river. Doesn't get any better than that. There's a lot of crazy things that I've never heard of, like the plunge pool and the nap room. Sounds like a lot of fun. No kids. What a great getaway. Close enough you can race across there in about 3 hours and feel like you're a million miles away. So we're going to start that off, actually, with all the online bidding we had earlier in the day. Right now, we're at $2,300. Jennifer Smith's in the house, $2,300. We encourage anybody to jump in now. So the Post Hotel, that's our first item of the night, $2,300 now. On our second item, we also have a dinner with the Senecals,
right.
And that's for 10 people. So go to their house, have a great evening, 10 of you. I just say don't sit by Dr. Senecal, because my biggest worry in the world, we'd have a great conversation. He'd say, "What do you do, Jim?" And I'd say, "I work in the cement business." And I'd say, "What do you do, Frank?" And he says, "I help try to treat cancer for local people." So not a discussion I want to get in, but what a great evening with the Senecals. 10 people go to dinner at the Senecals' house. Right now we're at $2,000. Dr. Blau is in the house at $2,000. We got $2,000, want to move it up to $21,000. Got 2 now, look at it, $21,000, we got $2,000. We're looking to go to the Senecals. How about the Post Hotel? We'll go back there. We're at $2,300, still with Jennifer Smith. This is the time to jump in right now. It's a great getaway, and as Mary mentioned earlier, this isn't just about how much it costs. It's remember what you're supporting. There's a reason you're sitting in your room tonight or at your house watching this. It's not just because this is great TV. It's because you want to support the South Sound Care Foundation. We're still at $2,300 right now. 23 now, look at a 24. $2,300 now, look at a 24. Now I got 23. $2,300. Jennifer's in the house right now. 23 now, look at a 24. We got just 33 seconds left for these 2 auction items. $2,300 right now. Jump in now. Don't wait around to see what the last number is. $23.9 right now for the Post Hotel. Let's go back over to the Senecals. Oh, we're at $2,100. Oh, Tony and Debbie
Paniotto.
There we go. They're in at $2,100. No more names like that. All right, we're at $2,100 at Tony and Debbie, and the time's running out. We're at 12 seconds right now. $2,100 right now. Look at a 22. 21 right now. We got 8 seconds left. Let's go back to the other one right now. We got 23 last time we checked. Still at 23. Jennifer Lynn Smith's in. 3, 2, 1, and we are closed. We'll let you know who ends up on that. It looks like, yeah, that's where we are right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And I hope you all had fun bidding on your first 2 items. I would like to introduce our next speaker and the man that makes this all possible, Dr. Frank Senecal.
Well, so good to be with you this evening. Thanks very much for joining us. It's a great night for Beer and Bites. It's a great night for our foundation, for South Sound Care Foundation. In a few minutes, you're going to hear about 3 individuals. They're going to tell a little bit about their story. And I want you to listen carefully to that. These are 3 folks that have a tremendous amount of courage, determination, tenacity, and endurance. You see, 2 out of the 3 of those folks are right in the middle of their cancer fight right now, and it's a life and death matter. Fortunately, they're doing well. But for a few moments, I want to talk to you about South Sound Care. There's a train going by. So, South Sound Care was started 9 years ago, I think, by a group of 8 or so people that were mostly cancer survivors, and they got together with the intent of trying to find better opportunities for treatment in the South Sound area, better research, better novel treatments that could improve the odds that they or their family would be cured. But it's not about a specific group. We've learned that. It's not any individual. It's not about an institution or a healthcare institution or a group of doctors. It's really about our community. It really is crucial that we bring the community together as one to help develop the research tools, the clinical trials, the compassionate use process that brings new, better treatments to our community together. It takes all of us working together. And your generosity in the past has allowed us to grow this organization so that our successes are great each and every day. I think it's important to understand that one of our big goals is actually to break down barriers. And these are barriers that are kind of artificial, not intended, between physicians, between doctor groups, between healthcare institutions. Barriers that keep us in silos, that don't allow us to cooperate, don't allow for collaboration, don't allow for sharing, and all those things are really crucial. That's our focus, because for this area to be known as having great cancer care, we have to work together. So a great deal of our effort is focused on bringing these institutions together. CHI Franciscan, Multicare, the Cancer Center for the Puyallup Tribe, Salish, and Madigan. Just think, if we can bring all those institutions together and those patients together, how effective our work could be, so that everybody could benefit from the very best that research has to offer. I'm going to stop now and ask you to take a few minutes to watch this video. It's pretty touching. These are great people, and they're a good example of living what our mission is. Thank you very much.
After the third time that he found out that he had come back, he said, "How many times am I going to dodge a bullet?" and I think that was, when you lose your parents and you only have one sibling left, that's my brother, it's kind of important. So gaining the 18 months that we did on the first trial was, we thought we dodged the bullet.
One of the nurses came in and says, "Dr. Seneca wants to see you." I went, oh boy, okay. So I went in there, and he walks in, just like he normally does, and he says, "John, the cancer's back." And I looked at him and I said, "So what do we do now?" And he goes, "Well, I think I've got something, but I'll be back with you on it."
This new therapy was just breaking news in December at our national hematology meetings and had some very impressive benefit to patients. So I knew if John recurred, I wanted him on this.
Well, it is a journey, and it can be a long one. I started in 2006 with my first melanoma. Then 2009, I got another melanoma. And I started radiation and items like that. But the got more and more critical, and so, you know, Frank had a session with the family. This isn't easy. There were drugs usage trials in California, which I could have gone to. The immuno drug I took early on, which didn't work for me. So there weren't a lot of tools until Keytruda came up. And that was due to the research.
So last year, 2 weeks after Beer and Bites, I went in for scans and we had found out that my cancer had come back. And this time it had come back in my lungs, on the bone of one of my ribs, in the lymph nodes in my chest, which is a common place for this type of cancer to metastasize. So it was a, you know, kind of a huge disappointment after being kind of in remission for as long as I had been. Dr. Senecal and the foundation, South Sound Care Foundation, sent me to genetic testing again with a different company. It's a more in-depth study of the cancer cells. People need to understand that genetic testing is extremely expensive, rarely covered by insurance, if ever covered by insurance. And so the genetic testing that I had done through the foundation was a considerable amount of money. You know, I can't remember exactly, but we're talking $10,000, $20,000 just for me, just for one person. And there are so many people out there that need it. It's also opened up the door to other treatment options for me should this one stop working.
Eventually, all this data building up, the idea is to be able to find a cure for everyone, including those very, very bad patients. And this community is helping that science.
The effort that goes into this is going to have an impact on our community, I think, for years to come. We're going to grow this organization so that the South Sound is known for its clinical research, expertise, and ability. I'm asking you to continue to support us on that venture.
As a group of people who support South Sound, have to recognize that that's going to save a lot of people's lives. And that's why we do it.
Eventually, you kind of run out of options, you know, and this is about my 8th line of chemotherapy or treatment. So I'm kind of one of those that are really far along the line of options for treatment. And so genetic testing keeps opening up more doors for people like me. And that's why it's so important that we have the ability to go through genetic testing.
I think it's a pretty safe bet that everyone watching at home today or the people that are in this room have sometime been impacted by cancer, whether it's family or friends. And that's what this program is all about, because if you have seen that in family or friends, you've also seen what they go through. My personal experience was I had someone in my office that was going through clinical trials, and he had to drive to Seattle every day for that. And the pain he went through just to get there and back every day was what we're trying to alleviate here in the Pierce County area. And that's what the South Sound Care Foundation is about. And so we're all here to do our part. And right now, at this part of the auction, like every auction, this is when you give just because you believe in what's going on here. You're not giving because you get something cool to take home or go on a trip, even though that's really, really awesome. But this is the part where we try to have a place for everybody to give and to support this great program. So you know how it works. We have a funding level for everybody. We start at a really high level because we don't know who's in the room. We don't know who's at home there that really wants to give big. So don't be taken aback at the number we start with. We'll find a number for you. So that's how it works. We're in the Fund a Need part of the program. So Mary, where are we starting tonight on the Fund a Need?
Well, Jim, each year I know that we are all so amazed at the incredible generosity of our community and their desire to make a difference in clinical trial research. And so God bless this community. We're going to start at $30,000 tonight, a level we haven't had before. So we're going to start at $30,000, Jim. And I would like to thank two people who have already stepped up at that level. Thank you to Ed and Sally Mayer, who you saw them in the video tonight. And Ed is in remission, and they are a fabulous, fabulous local family. And Tony and Deb Ponianu. Tony's actually serves on our board and has just been a champion for our cause. So thank you to these two families for setting the bar just a little bit higher with an incredible opening donations of $30,000 each. 30,000, that's 60, Jim.
That's 60,000. That's the highest place we've ever started, and right away we had two people in. That's fantastic. $60,000. If you too would like to give $30,000, all you have to do is hit that paddle raise and punch in $30,000. That's all. That's all there is to it. So $60,000 so far. Maybe you too want to give $30,000. What's our next level, Mary?
Our next level, Jim, is we're going to be at $25,000. And we actually, you know what, Jim, we have a few people at that. We have got some generous, generous community sponsors. So to start us off at the $25,000 level, I would like to thank the Gilchrist families and their generous, generous donation. You saw John and Gary on the video. And so from Gary and Gwen and John and Barb, God bless you. You have been huge supporters in our community and huge supporters of South Sound Care. As John said, he is on his third trial. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for starting us out at $25,000. And they actually have a few friends that would like to join them. So we also have the Conleys, Jack and Angela Conley. God bless you for coming in at $25,000. Again, a family that is always there to support this community. And we also actually have a foundation gift. I would love to thank the Holcold Foundation and Millie Schultz, who I know is sitting on her couch tonight in her jammies watching this. God bless you for helping us. You were big givers to us at the beginning of the year, and you still came through in our Fund a Need, so thank you. And lastly, at least what we know, because you can still surprise me and give 25, is our founding sponsors, Gordon and Tracy Rush. God bless you, Gordon. We wouldn't be where we are today without you. So let's see, Jim, if we have any other friends that would like to give $25,000.
Thank you, Mary. You add that all together, we already have $160,000. So if you too would like to give $25,000, just hit that paddle raise button, put in $25,000. We know that's a big ask, but you may be the person to do that. So $160,000 so far, just through those two levels. We're looking to see if anybody else would like to jump in at $25,000. Again, as mentioned earlier, even if you don't happen to put it in right now and you're fumbling around with your phone a little bit, you can do that at any time, even if we get to other levels. So $25,000, we look forward to seeing if anybody else would like to put in on that. And we'll move on though. What's the next level?
Absolutely, and like Jim said, we're gonna move through these levels. And you're going to see it on your screen at home. So you're going to see this screen. You're going to see the names. You're going to see people along the bottom. Whatever your level is, we're going to go through them just like we would normal because that's what we do. So whatever your level is, please feel free to give that at any given time. But our next level is $15,000. I actually don't have anybody at $15,000, but that's the next level we're going to put up on the screen here, Jim.
I think we actually had one pop up. Look at that. Kristen Wynn just gave $15,000. That's fantastic giving, Kristen. We really appreciate that. That is fabulous. That puts us at $175,000 already tonight. So $15,000.
Jim, look. Thank you. Kristen and Tim, thank you. I know you're sitting there enjoying a glass of wine and watching this. Thank you so much. Again, huge support, community supporters at 1625. Look, Jim, we're at $234,850.
I got to quit doing my cougar math in my head and just look at the screen because it's
your
adding them in
husky
as we come up, and it's right on the screen behind me. So I'll just look over there every once in a while. So $15,000. Anybody else would like to give $15,000? Of course, you can go in and do that right now. So $15,000, the current level. And what's our next level, Mary?
Well, gosh, Jim, our next level is going to be $10,000, and we have some friends that have already said yes to the $10,000 level. So thank you so much to the Gary Milgard family. You are just absolutely amazing in the fight for cancer. I'd like to thank Mario Parisi and Laura Wesselman, two of the best attorneys around town. I so miss seeing your face tonight, both of you, but thank you and God bless you. Truve Health and Gwen and Doug, thank you so much for again supporting a cause so near and dear to all of us. And thank you to Carol Stockdale. So we actually had 4 people come in at $10,000 already. This is absolutely amazing. I know that we need a big round of applause now to keep everyone going. So come on now. So.
Listen to all that noise from 13 people. That is fantastic. All right, we do have another 10 grand. One fantastic Mary Gallagher Cynical is in at $10,000. So thank you very much, Mary. She happens to be in the room working on her phone right over there. So thank you to the Cynicals for $10,000 to support the own cause that they're trying to make a difference with. Thank you very much. Anybody else in for $10,000? Did we already say Truve
Health.
Truve Health.
I'm here to help you.
I was thinking that was the name of a person. So yeah. Thought I was going to mess that one up too. So we're already at $266,850. Again, you can give $10,000 anytime you want. You don't have to do it right now, but keep that in the back of your mind as you go through. And if you'd like to give it a second level anytime you've given once, you want to do it again, you just feel that way, you could do that also. So we continue to give big. This is really going really great. Mary, what is our next level?
You know, I'm going to tell you that it's kind of funny, Sally. It's probably a good thing I have the mic and she doesn't, because she'd probably try to cut me off right now. But I actually asked Sally to put $500,000 up here tonight. And she said, Mary Byrne, you need to just stop. And you know what? I believe this community, we can do this. We can make this number 500. And even though I'm going to tell you, you have till Sunday night at 9 o'clock, please, I just had my hair colored. I can't wait till 9 o'clock tomorrow night to see this number at 500, but I know we can make a difference. So we have a few more at certain levels, and then we're going to continue going. So you can just keep pushing your phone, pushing the button. And just in case you happen to get outbid on one of these unbelievable live premiere items, or even the silent items, you know, you can always go click that button that says Fund and Need. Whatever you're going to bid on that, just give us on the other side. You know, it still all goes to the same spot. So one level we actually usually don't ever have, but we got, and we had Matt Gray from Gray Lumber give us $7,000. So thank you, Mac. He also donated a silent auction item. Large supporters, and we so appreciate your community involvement. But beyond that, we're going to go down to the $5,000 level. And we have a couple 5,000s, and I'm assuming that the screen's just going to blow up right now with $5,000 ones. So thank you to Glenn and Christine Graham for $5,000. Thank you to Jeff and Susan Lyon for your $5,000. And thank you to Al and Cindy Boyce for your $5,000. And please, if I didn't say your name, it's just because 2.5 minutes ago I didn't see it on the screen. So that doesn't mean I don't thank you from the bottom of my heart. But again, we are virtual tonight. So just because I didn't say your name, you'll still see it here, whatever. Help me get this number to 5,000 so Sally doesn't fire me tomorrow. So, all right, let's go, Jim.
All right, great giving. And as Mary mentioned, if you want to give at a level between some of these, go for it. It's all great. All right, $5,000 in addition. Vic and Stephanie Leverett stepped up, $5,000. Thank you very much, Leveretts. Anybody else like to jump in at $5,000? Did we say Glenn and Christine Graham? Did you already say them?
No.
Wow, there's
well,
another.
Well, they were my first one, I said, yes.
Okay, they're in at $5,000. They're showing up on the screen here also. So we see them as they come in. You punch them in. We're getting them up here on the screen, and at some point we'll cover it. And we're going to try to cover as many people as we can tonight, but as these start pouring in, please know that we really really enjoy everything that you give us. We may not just be able to call every name tonight because they're going to come pouring in here at various levels. So that was the $5,000 level.
Absolutely.
And what do we have next?
Next, we have a $2,500 level, and we actually have Mary Camatras, who has already given us $25,000. So thank you, Mary. Again, you've been a huge supporter for many, many years of this foundation. So thank you. And who would like to join Mary in giving $2,500?
All right, we're looking at $2,500. Now's the time to give. Just go on there, hit that paddle raise, and put $2,500. We're looking right now, $2,500. Again, a big ask, but this is a big program doing great things in our local community. So we're looking for $2,500. If you'd like to give that amount, all you have to do, again, is hit paddle raise and put in $2,500. We'll move on because those are going to be popping up as we go.
Absolutely. And you know what? We have an amazing match going to happen right now. We had someone give us $25,000. And so for the next $1,000 people that we get to give one, so I need 25 of you to give $1,000, because that $25,000 will then become $50,000. So now's the time. If you can find it in your heart, I need 25 of you to give $1,000. And Jim, we already have a $25,000 match. So if I can get this, we'll have $50,000 to add to this number. So now's the time. If you can give $50 or $1,000, please do. There you go, Jim.
Absolutely, $1,000 right now. And by the way, I see Jeff Edwards popped in at $2,500 in between. That's great giving. Thank you, Jeff. So we're looking for $1,000. $1,000 right now. As she mentioned, as Mary mentioned, we have $25,000 matching gift. So here comes some Laura Whitman. Thank you very much for $1,000. We're looking for a lot more people at $1,000. This is what drives it. You can see we're already up to $313,000. Ann Stroud, $1,000. Thank you very much, Ann. We'll keep looking here for a while at $1,000, see what else. Gail Patterson, thank you very much, $1,000. Right there along with the others. They continue to give. Jennifer Lynn Smith gave $2,500. That's a great give. Again, give when you can. Don't worry about it being your time. Greg and Casey Hersey for $1,000. Thank you very much, Hersey's. Brian Ho gave $2,500. Absolutely. That's fantastic. Absolutely. Again, whenever you want to give, put it in, whatever amount you want. Right now we're at $320,000. And we're going to keep taking in the $1,000. I don't think it's going to be any problem for us to hit that matching gift. But to move on, we'll keep giving you the chance to hit the $1,000. In the meantime, the next level, I think, is $500.
Absolutely, $500.
So if you'd like to give $500, now is the time to do it. $500. Mike Mayer just gave $1,000. Thank you very much. Again, they're hitting that button. Sometimes it doesn't fall in the same time we're talking. That doesn't matter. So we're looking at $500. If you'd like to give $500, this is a great time to do it. $500 right now. Love to get 5.
Then we're going to go to $250, Jim.
All right, Mary, we have $250 if you'd like to give that also. We're looking for $250. So if you'd like to give $250, this is a good time to do it. Looking for $250. Again, we have a delay from what we're seeing and what you're doing, just so you know at home.
Jim, we hit $325,000 so far.
$325. Let's push it high. We're still looking for that $250. Looking at $250. And again, we have a bit of a delay up here. Right now we're hoping to get, Joy Martin came in at $2,500. That's great. Maybe she had an extra zero. Great give. Ellen McVicker just gave $1,000. Fantastic. This all adds up quickly. Thank you very much for all this great giving.
So, no, let me just say, just like Jim said, no matter what your level is, Jim's going to take it down to 100. We're going to leave this open. We're going to leave it open until 9 o'clock, tomorrow night. But please give from your heart. These cancer trials are all, for many, it's about time and it's about hope. You heard that in the stories tonight. And, while we're standing here tonight eating and drinking and having fun, for some others, this is their hope. So, I think, Jim, we have someone that would like to thank everyone tonight.
Right on. I just want to give $1,000 shout out. Sean, the Scanlons from Fox Island just popped in $1,000. Oh, and I think we just had a new $10,000 give. Is that new?
I just saw one pop up.
Susan Mayer just gave $10,000. Wow. And those are great examples of people popping in when we're not expecting it. And that's just fabulous giving. And right now we're up to $337,000. And take her away, Mary.
Okay, well, I would like to introduce someone tonight that's going to bring you a special thank you. Gordon?
Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm at a telethon, you know, when you were kids and on the TV and everybody be dialing in and the numbers going up. It's not, you know, the crowd gives energy, and when we have 650 people in the room and another 100 volunteers waiting on us all, you know, much more energy than this, and I get it, but it doesn't change the importance of this. It doesn't change what we're doing. And through this process, through COVID-19 journey we're all on, you know, Frank had to go to work every day. He didn't work remotely. So, you know, this event tonight is remote, and we're all doing a good job. You know, it's exceeding my expectations already. I'm just watching. I'm just looking at this screen, and it's like a telethon, for goodness sakes. Anyway, the generosity, considering the circumstances, is fabulous, and the timing, and people can just continue to give today, tomorrow, or next week. The need is year-around, not just annually at Beer and Bites. And I want to thank you all for taking your time tonight and for what you've done over the past. Help me. Is this our 7th year? This is our 7th year. Oh, my goodness. And we're going to do it every year. I say that because we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to keep building this community here to help us all. So thank you, and keep giving, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Gordon. You know, the Rushes have really worked hard over the years on Beers and Bites and been incredibly generous. And a lot of other people have stepped in also. And you at home can be supporting what they've been doing all these years. And while Gordon was talking, we're getting more and more people jumping in. We have all kinds of $250 givers. Like right now, I'm looking at Tim Mayer, Pete James, Kelly Larson gave $500. Eugene Lappin gave $1,000. Mark and Jody Lawson gave $5,000. Carolyn Ho gave $250. Neil and Jana Leverett gave $250. And the Gallaghers gave $1,000. Fantastic giving, and it continues to roll in. And we know that you guys may be sitting around in a group having some fun and not watching every minute what we're doing, but we know you're not spending a Saturday night watching this because you don't want to participate. So no, we know you'll be there. And right now we're seeing that as they roll in. Wow. We just had another $10,000 giving out of nowhere. Steph Adams steps up and gives $10,000, Mary. You know, this is absolutely fabulous giving. We're rolling that number up. The latest is 354, and it just keeps climbing. So your 500 isn't out of the question by the end of the night for sure, Mary. So we're now at the last level of $100. And every $100, every dollar counts. So if you're only given 100, that is still a lot of money, and it all adds up. And if you've already given on one of these others and you want to kind of cap off your giving by putting 100 in on top of it, you can do that also. But $100 is our final level, and we're looking to see who might jump in on that level. Again, we'll be going for quite a while this evening, right, Mary?
Mm-hmm, we sure will. We'll let you know at the end of when Jim and I sign off for the evening and rush out the back door. We'll let you know where we're at. But again, we have until 9 o'clock tomorrow night. But we know you really want to give when you're with your friends and having parties right now, because I've gotten a few pictures, so I know a few of you are having house parties. So drink a little bit more and hit the buttons on your phone, okay?
Absolutely. All right, Mary. I think those numbers are just going to keep rolling in. We're seeing numbers that keep, and we're not going to be able to call everybody, as we mentioned, but this is just fabulous giving one way or the other. So we'll move on, huh, Mary?
All right. Well, thank you all. Just like Gordon said, God bless you. Cancer didn't pause. We aren't going to pause. We have 10 of our closer friends here instead of 650, and a lot of cameras and lights and stuff to make Jim and I look good tonight. So, but you know what? We still are giving for the same, and I know we're going to be able to hit that number. So, but let's move on, because we have some amazing live items. The silent I haven't looked at, but while we're doing these, I'm going to go back and look. But we're on to item number 3 and number 4. And I know these two have been very popular tonight. So Item number 3 is the Sitka Lighthouse and Fishing with Gordon Rush. June 10th to the 14th. Who does not want to stay in a lighthouse? This lighthouse was remodeled in 2018. You're going to arrive at the lighthouse. It's a luxurious place to stay. A water taxi is going to pick you up. It's going to be, you have a 1-acre private island. You have your private boat dock. You can take kayaks, hot tub, fire pit, whatever. It's 2-bedroom, comfortably sleep 6. And you can sit and do whale watching, fishing, whatever you want. And one of the days, Gordon's going to take you on a fishing adventure of your choice. So you can catch halibut, salmon, or he says try your luck at shrimp or crabs. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but he was a commercial fisherman. I wasn't. So, and also he's going to take you on his boat, and then Tracy and Gordon are going to cook you dinner. So I know that this is going to be an unbelievably amazing trip. So that's going to be item number 4. Or excuse me, 3. And item number 4 is Suncadia, and I know that's had tons of activity on it. This home is amazing if you looked at the pictures. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 4 nights in Suncadia, and God knows we all need a staycation right now. So no matter what you want to do, you can golf, you can hike. So thank you to Keith Grossman for that, and thank you to Gordon and Tracy for the Lighthouse, the South Sound Cancer Care Board of Directors, and Mike and Teal West for the Lighthouse. So let's go, Jim. I think these two are going to bring big competitiveness.
Absolutely, Mary. I mean, talk about the Sitka trip. That is once in a lifetime, such an unusual thing. You can't just go get this anywhere. So it can be up to 6 of you. You have a private island with a lighthouse, and it's not like an old lighthouse with nothing in it. It's got all the amenities. So you too can take some friends, stay on a great island, take a little boat trip in, have a great dinner with the Rushes, and then also go on a little fishing trip. So one of a kind trip. And right now we're at $5,200. Pat and Kim, Mayor in the house. I know Pat, Mayor, and he's a flatwater fisherman. Otherwise, he'll be chumming. So I think Gordon's going to have to find a good day. But right now, they're at $5,200. So if you'd like to beat out the Mayors, I know that Gordon would like that you do that. And right now, they're at $5,200. So $5,200 there. Well, how about over there? How are we doing at Suncadia? Suncadia is at $3,600. And as Mary said, it is an absolutely gorgeous home. And the great thing about Suncadia, it's like another world, but it's only an hour away, just across the mountains. Different weather, different landscape, absolutely gorgeous, great golf, just great hanging out. So beautiful home, 4 nights there, take some friends up with you. Right now we're at $3,600. So right now we're at $36 for the Suncadia, $36 now, trying to get up to $3,800. We got $36. $3,600 now, look at the $38. Now we got a minute 23 to go, $3,600. Let's move back over to Sitka, see what we have. $5,200 still for Pat and Kim Mayer. $5,200. Like to move that up to $5,400. And we have $54. Lindley Fow in the house. Mayor, you are out. $5,400 now. Look at the $56. $54 now, look at the $56. We only have a minute 5. $54 now, look at the $56. $5,400. How about let's go back over to Suncadia and see what we got. We have $3,600 still. Terry Fulton is there at $36. Now we're back over to, now we're at Suncadia still at $36. Let's check out the other one. Come on, Smiths, get back in on Suncadia.
Oh,
Lindley Fowles at $54.
You need to
Pat
go
and
look
Kim
at
are
the
right
lighthouse
behind.
now.
Right now it's at $5,400, and Sitka is now, oh, the Mayors are back at $6,000. They're not messing around. Lindley, don't get chased off by this. I think they're at their limit. They're looking in their wallet right now. They're at the top of their game. So right now the Mayors are in at 6, Lindley Fow at $5,400. Anybody can jump in. It doesn't just mean those two. Some are in the waiting in the weeds are at 26 seconds. By the way, last time when we left you, we thought we had the numbers. We had several numbers come in. So don't wait too long. Jump right in. We're at 17 seconds. Right now it's $6,000 for Sitka. And let's check out Suncadia. We're at 12 seconds. Suncadia is at $3,600. Let's see if they still have $4,000 now. Bob and Terry Fulton at $4,000. So you're out, Smiths. Last chance. We're at 1 second, and it's now closed. And we'll see where that all ends up, because I know a lot of people bid at the last second. With the delay, we don't get to see who the winner is right now.
They did. Remember what I said. So Jim's watching it on one screen with our gal from Greater Giving. I got it on my screen, so we have a little bit of a delay. So we're trying to keep up on this, but God bless you for your bidding. That was amazing. I know that I don't know the final numbers, but I'm going to tell you we made over $10,000 on those 2 items. So don't know what the exact totals is, but we're going to be there. So this next item is not going to take you as long to figure out because we only have one item on this next one. This is an amazing trip. This is given every year by the Melnesses. God bless you. Thank you. This trip always goes for huge. There's a lot of competitiveness. I see it's had a lot of auction activity online, but who would not want to spend a week in Costa Rica for 8 people? And you are going to go to their unbelievable tropical house. They have the friendliest house staff that's going to help you. They're going to cook. They're going to take you around. They're going to help you with different things. They're going to make reservations. You can go river rafting, horseback riding, whatever. From people I've heard that have gone on this trip, 7 nights in the most luxurious place you've ever seen. So who else wants to go to Costa Rica? And thank you to Larry and Sheila Melness. You've always been gracious with your home in Costa Rica. So Jim, I think this one's going to go big.
Absolutely. We only have 1:23, so time is short. 1:23, this always goes real big. Very generous give, and let's make it pay off. Again, it sleeps 8, and you just look at the pictures and see what a fabulous place this is. So right now we're at $5,700. That's Greg and Casey Hersey in the house right now. They're the ones going south to Costa Rica. They're at $5,700. We're down at a minute right now, so 1 minute. That's all the bidding we have left. Right now we have $5,900. Joseph Grace just jumped in. Hershey's are out. $5,900 now. Look at a 61 at least. So what do we got now? 59 now. Look at a 61. 59. We have 48 seconds left, and we're at $5,900 right now. Joseph Grace right now is the leading bidder, and we're just refreshing a little bit. Still there at 59. This is one-of-a-kind trip. Once again, the people have gone down in the past said you'll never have another trip like this. $5,900 right now. The Graces are in. Joseph Grace. $5,900. We're down to 30 seconds. $5,900. 59. How about 6,000 at least? And there we are. Safeco Field. 59 now. 59. You got to have a train going by while you're down here. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Still at $5,900. Some people are waiting in the weeds, I'm sure. Right now, Joseph Grace is the one that's taking it home. Come on, Hershey's, jump back in here. We're down to 10 seconds. 10 seconds before we close this thing. Right now, we're at $5,900. 59, that's Joseph Grace. 4 seconds left. Here we're refreshing one last time. Still at 59 seconds, and we've closed this one at $5,900. We'll see how it ends, Mary.
Well, I think it's going to end a little different. Mine just refreshed. So, anyway, the winning bidder will know they're the winning bidder. So we are moving on. We promised we wouldn't keep you much past 7 o'clock, and we're going to do that. So we're on to another group of 2, and we're on to live items in front of you, number 6 and number 7. So number 6, you're going to have 3 nights and 4 days in Seabrook. And, you know, this waterfront home is absolutely exceptional. It's for 4 people, excuse me. I haven't even been drinking. This is just water in my glass tonight. So you are going to have unbelievable views. It's right on the waterfront. 4 bikes, hot tub. This house is just unbelievable. You're going to get a spa gift certificate, a $75 gift certificate to the restaurant. The basement has a bunkhouse that you can sleep 4. There's some mutually Groupon days, but this place is absolutely amazing. Thank you to Craig and Kelly Turner for that. And item number 7 is a boat cruise and teppanyaki dinner at the home of Gordon and Tracy Rush. If you've never seen a teppanyaki dinner, he is absolutely amazing. Chef Michael Monzo, he throws his knives and so forth in your yard. He slices and he dices. So Gordon's going to pick you up right here at the marina, you and 6 of your friends, and he's going to take you after a little sound cruise out to his house for a teppanyaki dinner. Drinks, you're going to eat, looks like some shrimp, teppanyaki. You're going to have beers from Narrows Marina, dessert, and if you're lucky, Gordon will bring you back to the marina. If not, he does have Uber on his phone. So one of the 2 ways you're going to get back here. So here we go, and you're going to be able to go to Seabrook for 3 nights and 4 days, or a boat cruise and a teppanyaki dinner with Gordon and Tracy.
Thank you, Mary. And we have 2 minutes and 36 seconds before we're going to close these 2. So remember, we start out with that fabulous Seabrook place. Look at all the rooms in there. I mean, use your imagination how many people you might be able to take down to Seabrook. If you haven't been there, it is really, really cool. It's just a great getaway down there at the beach. And right now we're at $4,000. We just had a new bid. Mark and Jody Lawson in at $4,000. That is fabulous. So $4,000 right now at Seabrook. Let's go over and check out the other. On the boat cruise and teppanyaki dinner with the Rushes right now, Ted and Pam Ficker at $2,600. Again, the Rushes will come over and pick you up here at the Narrows Marina, take you back for a great dinner and some wine and bring you back. So $3,000 right now, Ted and Pam Ficker in, $3,000 on the boat cruise. They beat out Mary at the last moment there. $3,400, it keeps going up. Ted and Pam are back in the house at $3,400. 34, we want to get to 36. $3,400 right now. 34, I've lost my clock, but we'll see where we are here. We're at a minute 40. Minute 40 said $3,800. Ted and Pam back in. Let's go check the other one out. Where are we at Seabrook right now? Right now it's still $4,000. Mark and Jody Lawson are at $4,000. We're refreshing $4,000. $4,000 for the Lawsons. Walker, get back in there. $4,000 now. Four now, look at a 42. Mark and Jody Lawson in at $4,000. Scott Walker a distant second at $3,900. All right, here we go. Right back here, $4,000 still. Let's move it on over. What are we going to be doing at the dinner over at the Rushes? We're still at $3,800 with Ted and Pam Fick. Refreshing again, and $4,200. Ted and Pam Fick, $4,200. Fantastic. They just beat the Cynicals out. Cynicals, get your act together. All right, they're at $4,000, $4,200, and Ted and Pam. He might be a great doctor to be. He's not much with the phone. All right, here we go. $4,200. Let's go back over and check out. We're at 48 seconds at the Seabrook Escape. We're still at $4,000. Mark and Jody Lawson and the cheapskate Scott Walker at second at $3,900. All right, let's move it forward. Where do we stand right now? We're at the back of the dinner over there on Fox Island. $5,000. Ted and Pam Fick say no one even try to keep up with us. We can't afford that. We'll get a loan, and we're going over to the Rushes. Oh, the Cynicals, after about a half hour, figured it out. They're in at $5,200. $5,200 now. $5,200 now. You're out, Fix. Let's see what big number you come up with next. We're down to 14 seconds. Let's go back real quick and check out the Seabrook Escape. $4,200. Yeah. The Lawsons are back in. Walker still trails as usual. All right, we're going to check one more time here. We're down to 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, $5,400 with a Fix, and I've closed it. Who knows where that ends up?
Wow, that was amazing, and your narrative.
Well, when you have bidding, it's pretty easy. This is fantastic bidding, by the way. I mean, that's just really cool that people are stepping up.
Yep, I hope Scott Walker doesn't have your car blocked in out there when you're going to leave, though.
Walker, he's slow also.
He drives a big truck, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway, well, thank you all for your bidding. That was absolutely amazing, and it was. I love it when Jim's able to get his real auction voice on. Yes, because otherwise he just
hey, quiet in the peanut gallery back there.
It's kind of funny to watch Jim when he doesn't get to have his real auction voice, because he kind of is like a little kid and he stands there with the mic like this.
Yes, let's move on, Mary.
So he's looking at me so let's keep our bidding going so that we can keep Jim's voice going. Okay, this one's going to go a little quicker because we're getting to the end here now. So if you still haven't been able to buy your item, we're going to have 8, 9, 10, and then 11. That's it. So while there's still tons of silent items, you can still give to Fund and Need. This one we're really going to get Jim going because we're actually going to put 3 of them together. So we're going to do number 8, which is our hand-blown glass by Diane Hansen. If you've never seen Diane's work, she has works at Mary Bridge, the city of Tacoma. She's been commissioned by the Fifth Ave. She has an absolutely beautiful, it's called the Samba, hand-blown glass. You can see it there. And thank you so much for donating this rare piece. And so Diane, we really appreciate it. That's going to be our first item, number 8. Number 9 is going to be a day of fishing with Scott Hatterberg and a local guide, Gus Garcia. Many of you know Scott Hatterberg was he was a major league, scout now, and we have a minor league fishing guide. Sorry, Gus Garcia. So, can you imagine a day with these two and listening to Scott, who played for the Boston Red Sox, the Cincinnati Reds, the Oakland A's, and most importantly, he was known for his role in Moneyball in 2011. Imagine the stories you're going to get from him. And thank God Gus is going to be there to help him. And they're going to take you and you're going to fish wherever you want to fish. And I'm sure you'll come back with lots of fish tales from that. So thank you very much from Scott Hatterberg and Gus Garcia. And the last one is going to be item number 10, and that is the Sun Valley Luxury Condo. I don't know if you saw the pictures of this condo, but it is absolutely amazing and over the top. It's in downtown Ketchum. It couldn't be more convenient. You can shop, you can go galleries, you can go fishing, anything you want. It's a 2,500 square foot condo. It's 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, unbelievable family layout. Anytime mutually agreed upon in 2021. Thank you so much for John and Mary Whitty for donating this. And I bet you everyone could use 7 days in Sun Valley. So you got 3 items now, Jim. Here you go.
All right, thank you very much. First, we'll start with that Samba hand-blown glass. As you mentioned, she is a world-renowned, blows glass, world-renowned. It's been featured all over the Puget Sound area and way beyond. If you learn how to do this in Venice, you're the best. That's actually, I looked it up, where Picasso and Rembrandt started their glass blowing. So it's really cool. She studied under them, and she's blown this and donated this. And right now, what do we have in? We have $850 to Joseph Grace. That's fantastic. $850. We'll come back to the hand-blown glass. Right now, $850. How about with Hatterberg? Look at that. We have somebody named Mike and Jill Fish. I know Mike Fish. What a great thing. He's bidding on the fishing trip for $1,000. $1,300 right now. Kristen Wynn is. You know, it mentions that Hatterberg is good at throwing out the fly on the water. Well, let's hope he's better at that than when throwing out runners at second, from what I understand. So, and I know he likes to wear his uniform around town. He said he's going to wear his double knit polyester uniform during the fishing trip. So that'll be fun also. All right, here we go. $1,400 we're up to Matt and Jennifer Smith. $1,400. How about our last ones? How about Sun Valley? Where are we doing that? $5,200. $5,200. Hershey's are in the house. We have just over a minute to go. 52 now. 52 now. Look at a 54 on Sun Valley. Jump in there now. We're a little under a minute. 52 now. Look at a 54. What are we going to go with next? Let's jump over. We're still at 52 on Sun Valley. We'll go back to the glass or to Hatterberg. Hatterberg's at 15. Thank you, Kristen Wynn. Kristen Wynn's at 15. The Smiths are close behind at 14. Still at $1,500. Tim and Kristen Wynn. What a great trip that would be, Scott, down the river. All right, $1,500. Let's move back to the glass. Glass is still at $850. $850 now. Look at it move up. $850. This thing's valued at over $5,000. It is an absolute beautiful piece of art. It'd be a great addition to your home. Right now at $850. It's hard to tell by those pictures, but I'm telling you, it's a great piece. All right, we're going to move it back and see where we are on some of the others. Still with Hatterberg, it's at $1,500. Tim and Kristen Wynn, $1,500. We're down to 18 seconds. Let's go to the Sun Valley. Sun Valley, we're at 52 still. The Hershey's are in the house at 5,200. We're down to 12 seconds. Greg and Greg Hersey along with Casey are at 5,200. And we're going to leave Sun Valley for a last thing. Go back to Hatterberg. 4, 3, 2, $1,500 for the wins. And we are done. And we're going to close those, see where they add up. Some great bidding there, Mary.
Unbelievable. Those are 3 amazing items. So I appreciate you getting through all 3 of them, Jim. I know that was even more difficult. 3 instead of 2. Okay, well, guess what? We're at our last item of the evening. And this is only a single item. This one's a little bit different. And this one actually has 30 spots. It's a one, everybody who wants it just, you know, gets to click the button. I almost said raise your paddle, so I'm really bad. But this is going to be the ins and outs of the run and shoot with WSU Coach Rollo. So you and your Cougars over there are going to be able to have time. You're going to get to listen to him. While he'd love to do it down here at the marina, we're going to do Zoom happy hour, and it's for 30 people. I know a couple spots had already been purchased, so there are only 30 spots for this item. It's going to be right here at the Narrows. You're going to have appetizers, you're going to have beer, and you're going to hear all about the ins and outs, and I'm sure it'll be Zoom, so you'll be able to answer questions back and forth. So that is donated by Nick Rolovich, and I appreciate that, Nick. So if you want that item, Jim, I think we just are going to have 30 spots on it, right?
That's right. We're going to sell 30 spots. And again, you'll be right here at Narrows Marina. You're going to Zoom with the new head coach of the Cougars. And I don't know if you're familiar with the run and shoot, but it's kind of like the air raid. You throw the heck out of the ball. It was kind of invented by a coach named Mouse Davis at Portland State. And he took Neil Lomax and made him an NFL quarterback. It's a very exciting offense. So Coach Rolovich will be there to tell you about it. And enjoy it. I understand he's just a lot of fun straight out of Hawaii. So, and you know, even if you're not a Cougar, this would be a fun time to join the group. As most of you know, and most of America know, WSU is a lot of considered Harvard of the West, and going to this thing would be pretty much like attending a Mensa meeting. So this is your chance not only to learn about football at WSU, but to get around a lot of smart people. So we're looking for $250. We have 30 people that can join. $250 right now. Hit the button. Hit raise the paddle. Let's see, $250. We're looking for $250 right now. We got Pete James and the McLeans in the house at $250. We have a lot of spots left. $250. If you want to be part of that, all you have to do is hit the button. What a great night. And again, remember, we're supporting just a fabulous thing in this foundation. You too should be a part of it. So looking for $250. That's all to attend a great night out with Coach Rolovich. Even though it's on Zoom, it'll be just fabulous. So looking for more 250s? Looking for more 250s. I don't know if we have a clock on this one or not,
no.
Or are we just letting it ride?
We're just going to let this one stay open until we fill all 30 spots.
Right. Well, what we can do now, keep on coming. As you know, we're still open for a while. So what we can do is just let people come in, and we won't hold them up here to watch these people come in. But if you're a Coug, let's support this program. Let's get out there and show this coach that the Pierce County people are big Cougs, which we are. And I know this event usually has a ton of Cougs, and so let's support it.
Yeah, and if not, the Huskies can support them too. So we always have one of the things we always look for before we ever have this event is, are there any home Husky or Cougar games? So that shows this community. So we're going to leave this item open. And I would like to, guess what? That's actually our last live item, Jim, that we have. And it's time now, in conclusion, I'd like to, first off, thanks, Jim.
Well, I want to thank you, Mary. This is totally different for me. I haven't done this before, and it's a lot more fun when I'm looking at you and can give you a bad time and kind of play off you. But again, it's just the way the world is right now, Mary. And thank you all for being out there and participating.
Yep. So we already have our date for October 2nd of next year, and Jim and I can hardly wait to get and run through the tables and see you and have 650 people in our, in our house, I guess I'm going to call this for Scott Walker, because it is absolutely amazing. But from the bottom of my heart, I need to tell you right now, Fund and Need is sitting at about $361,000. That is absolutely amazing. And so, well, we had to shift, when COVID took everything from us on being able to have this event, we really had to shift. And we have had an amazing team that was able to shift with us. And, we're able to show that we can make a difference in this community. I said from the very beginning, cancer didn't pause because of COVID. Frank still had to go to work. All the rest of the researchers that are on his team and everyone else, they still had to keep going through this. And I can't thank you all from the bottom of my heart enough for being with us tonight. Last year we raised over $1 million in this little community, $1 million for cancer trials, for hope and time for these people. So thank you so much for joining us this year. We have a really short video next. You aren't going to have to listen to me anymore. You can tip your glasses. Thank you to Sally and her entire staff, Daniel Gray Media and his team for making sure that Jim and I looked good and somebody didn't cut us off. For Dr. Senecal, Gordon Rush, Carolyn Ho, for all you few people that were able to join us, thank you. Good night. God bless you. And please remember, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, you have till 9 o'clock tomorrow night for silent items. You have till 9 o'clock tomorrow night for Fund and Need. And you have till 10 o'clock tonight, or 10 o'clock tonight for any of the number 200 items that had alcohol in them. So we'll send you out a list of where you're going to be able to pick up your amazing items. Please remember, even though I'm signing off, Jim's signing off, you're not done. We still have some more stuff to do here. So God bless you. Thank you all for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.